The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Call yourselves Title Town? Are you kidding me?
That's fraud.
It feels like a gray area.
Spoiler alert, Canada. Cup's coming back to the US of A.
There's way too much negative stigma attached to strippers.
I hate you guys so much.
My dog just shit his ass.
Everybody, we need to apologize ahead of time. It's election day. There are very important issues on the ballot here in Ohio. We are going to be distracted throughout the show. We'll do our best to keep you updated as results come in. You'll see our excitement or our sadness. But there's a ton to talk about. Scott's here. Hey, Scott, how you doing, man?
I'm hoping for that happiness. Let's no sadness. No show of sadness.
I have no faith in the state of Ohio, Scott. So.
I don't either. Like, it's this whole life disappointment for both of us, my friend. Like, we know from birth till now, it's just been Ohio. Fucking turd in the wind whenever it comes to election night.
I just want, like, somebody just shared in a Facebook group I'm in, somebody shared a story of somebody from Dayton who has the world's largest collection of her own urine in her house. She's like an old lady that just has jars of urine, and they're like, fucking Ohio. And I'm like, I know, I hate it here too, but one time I want Ohio to come through for me and just redeem itself.
Why is that a thing?
I mean,
fucking Dayton, got fucking Flyers.
How you feeling, Scott? You good?
I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling like it's going to be a good night. Let's make this happen, baby. Come on. I believe in you, Ohio. Don't disappoint me again.
Speaking of disappointments, Mookie's back, everybody. Mookie, how you doing, man?
Hey, boys. Good to be
back,
home.
bro.
So good to have you back,
home.
man. Repping the FC jersey. You're looking good. How you feeling?
We're going to talk about a lot of bitches out there tonight because there are a lot of bitches in this world, and they got exposed this weekend. But, you know, the funny part is that intro roll, you guys are like, fucking Ohio. I came from Michigan to Ohio. Like, how much worse can you get? Oh, man.
That's terrible. You picked coming here. I just never left.
See, and I feel like that was kind of like you didn't really have a choice. Like, you were born into it, right? Like, what were you going to do? But, like, I opted into this shit, so...
Yeah, our first Mookie looks like of the night.
Well,
yes.
I was like, I had to rep the FC jersey, so I was like, what do I go up top? And I was like, well, it is election day, so I'll go with America. And then, a bit of a miscalculation.
Bush Light America,
Stone Cold collection.
As I drink my Bush Light NA over here, you know, I'm really just changing all kinds of minds.
Sarah
Rex
wants
pointing
to
out.
know. Oh, sorry.
We're
I
in.
was going to say, Sarah wants to know, are you doing a drive-by or something? He's in. He's back. Mookie is officially back in the driver's seat here. He is home. Caesar's not here, though. So as soon as we get Mookie back, Caesar disappears. I'm hoping Caesar shows up at some point tonight.
Caesar said he just got home a little bit ago. He's ready to go. He's trying to get ready.
Fair enough. Rex was asking, what's the hot ticket on the ballot? It's reproductive rights, Rex, along with legal weed. Two very important issues that need.
Dude, Good Morning America was in Columbus. I was like, oh, shit. We gonna fuck this up anyway. Like, the whole nation has their eyes on us. We're gonna drop the ball, aren't we? God damn. Those looking to Ohio for inspiration are gonna be so mad.
See, you should know right then and there that if that's where you're starting is looking to Ohio for inspiration, you already fucked up.
Well, no, but I mean, it's like every time any other state has had this on there, I've looked to them and like cheered on the state, like hoping that they passed it because it makes it more likely that we would. Because we've already shot this down at least once, right? Like, I know we did it once, but has it been more than once that we've shot it down?
The reproductive rights have not been on the ballot before. This was
no. I'm talking about strictly
legal weed. The legal weed was shot down once before, and they said it was because they didn't like how they were divvying up the licensing. Like, that was the reasoning that people gave for not voting for it. And then they passed medical, and now they're bringing this back for recreational, and people are now complaining about the taxes that are baked into it.
Which is, again, where I crack up, because, Mike, didn't you do the math on the back of the napkin saying that even if this passes, because of the taxes, going from the bottom of Ohio and Cincinnati up to Michigan to get their shit is still actually more favorable for you cost-wise?
Yes. Yeah, cost-wise, it's still it still works out a little bit to make a little bit of a trip. But we will see how it goes. As of right now, 17% reporting everything is passing. So it's
Scott, you were in that chat thread, bro. You were there. You commented. You responded to the conversation.
No, I was talking about the comment section now with the cheers for Germany.
Oh yeah.
Are you seeing this? Like, I wasn't paying attention to what the fuck you were saying.
Parzival from Germany. He's all in on
hey.
legal weed. He's very excited for it. He also says, I'm so drunk tonight, I'll shave my head clean live with foam and razor forever if a woman comes in and smokes cigarette with us.
Fucking great, man.
That's a hell of a pickup line.
I love YouTube. YouTube's the greatest. Listen, we got an awesome show tonight. We got some football stuff to talk to. Matt Barr, he fell for it hook, line, and sinker. Let's talk about JM, motherfucking U, the greatest college athletics program in the land, JMU this year. We got to get into that. We got to talk this Michigan sign stealing thing, guys. This is the story just gets weirder by the day. Also, Cam Newton essentially killed Jimmy Clausen. That's a story we have to talk about. We have to talk about the guy who quit football to sell Pokemon cards, and now he's back playing football. Bananas there. Also, the Reds didn't pick up Joey Votto's option, so I'm going to cry about that. Before we do all that, though, let's talk about these beers that we were drinking. Scott, what is in your mug tonight? Rate it on our scale. Would you bang your beer?
Pumpkin beer is done for the year, so we switch into a little dessert themed beer here. I was lucky enough to stumble upon Saunders collabo with Kings Island. I had the blue ice cream on the show. I think it was last year. But this time around they have Kings Island strawberry funnel cake ale.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So basically, when first sip, you can taste I'd say there's a little bit of vanilla, but it tastes like a really good strawberry ale. It's fucking smooth. And yes, I would actually feel honored if this one would bang me. This is one of those that out of my league. She's out of my league. So if she would bang me, I would be so excited. This would be a bragger. Like, oh shit, yo, I tapped that. I fucking tapped that. And she wanted me to.
Well, those things where you have to get her to like sign a card or something after.
Damn.
That one, hang on. Listen.
Damn.
If you followed along, Tyson loves to throw in your mom jokes. This one seems forced. This one I can't. I like Tyson.
Like it came so like it hit me like right in the face. Like, oh shit, we're already going with your mom joke. Like,
I don't understand it. Like, why is your mom strawberry funnel cake?
I mean, if she was a redhead, I could see it. Like, that would make sense. No?
Mookie, what are you drinking? Would you bang it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, this one's become my go-to. Guinness Zero. So solid. Like, it still settles down and is drinks
He's
like
back and soberer than ever.
We're We're closing in 140 days. Like, this fucking kid needs to show up already. Like, already costing me more money than I'm willing to admit. Yeah, 128, like, motherfucker. But, you know, love and dreams and all that crap, right? But yeah, still, it's become the go-to. It's funny. We went to South Bend last weekend, and I did the tour of the NA beers. Had the Busch Light, the Budweiser, the Heine, and the Guinness. And Guinness by far rules them all. So I will say, I couldn't find it, but the Lagunitas IPA is pretty good. But the Guinness Zero, tried and true, Missionary Wednesday, but with like a twist, you know, like maybe like a little bit of finger in the butthole action. Like, you know, it's more than just the boring everyday kind of thing.
Like 4
Speaking of a little finger in the butthole action, Caesar, what are you drinking tonight, buddy?
Siki. Oi. Siki. Oi. Bro, shout out the Germans, for real.
Yes, shout out to Germany.
Did you see that?
Bro, shut up the fucking Germans. I need everyone to fucking throw it in the chat. Siki saki, siki saki. If I don't see hoi hoi hoi, I'm blocking fucking all of you.
I was like, you really expect people to be able to spell that?
Bro, it's just HOI, 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 HOI.
No, I meant the
clean
sicky,
head
sicky
shave
part.
if a woman comes in and smokes cigarette with us. So, ladies, if you're in Germany and you know this guy, go smoke cigarettes with him. He will shave his head clean. Caesar, good to see you, man.
Not even in coincidence. Like, I just went to Worst Fest this past weekend.
Bro, well, I
no.
thought you were talking about our boy.
You
who said
brought
she was from Germany.
you brought the bots with you? Is that what happened?
No, bro, I went to Worst Fest.
And
I
you
got
brought
the
the
sick
bots?
hat.
You
That's a
brought the bots?
badass hat, Caesar. That's a badass
Worst
hat.
Fest.
This shit's
That's awesome.
fire, right?
That's a good hat. I like it.
Yeah,
there
bro.
you go. Biscuit hit you with an oi oi.
Let's go.
There we
Siki saki, siki saki. Hi, hi, hi. And then, bro, fucking big ass picture of fucking Oktoberfest.
A dunkel. You need a liter
Yeah.
of dunkel.
Mhm.
I had a
Did you
fucking
drink out of the
What are you
boot?
drinking tonight, Caesar? Please tell me you're keeping it going.
look.
Please tell me.
As Jesus Christ once said, it probably wasn't Jesus. It might have been fucking Satan, for all I know. But
So Kanye.
good things come to those who hate.
Wow.
And there's only one thing more I hate than racist, and that's racist from Oklahoma. So this week, because I guess I'm not gonna see him in fucking December like I thought I was, because they lost to Oklahoma State. Those fucking frauds. I am drinking Oklahoma suck beer for the fucking like third week in a row. It is always time for smoke. It was always time to suck dick like Oklahoma.
There's always time to pause.
There's your promo for the show, Mike.
It's always time to hit
smoke.
on those who suck dick. And I said
Wow.
it's always time to suck dick. Look, if that's your prerogative. In 2023, I'm not gonna judge. I'm just gonna say it's always time to hit on those who know suck dick.
It's not incorrect when he says it, though. I mean, there's always time.
Yeah.
Like, lest we never forget. There's always time.
Never
to
forget.
suck a dick.
9/11, and it's always a good time to suck.
Oh my god.
As again, siki saki, oi, oi, oi.
Caesar came in hotter than shit, man. Holy fuck.
That's a
I
great
had a-
30
what is it?
second intro history.
Oh,
I had a kraut brat, bro.
Brat?
A Kraus brat. I don't know what
Okay.
the fuck it was.
Kraut?
It was A.
Like
It was-
sauerkraut?
Yeah, kraut. Yeah, bro. I had that shit on my fucking bratwurst. Mind you, the bratwurst was like 6 of my dicks, bro. It was fucking. It was massive. It was fucking massive. And I ate it, right?
I'm reminded of the meme right now of Americans will use anything but the metric system.
My man just measured things in his dick lengths. It's like 6 of my dicks.
Bro, dude.
What the fuck?
It was so fucking crazy, but it was the best bratwurst I've ever had. Kraut,
Oh my god, dude.
fire, insane.
Oh.
Hats were sick too.
Wait, was that your first time having sauerkraut on like a brat?
Bro, yeah.
You've
Damn.
never experienced sauerkraut before? Like that was your first
No.
time ever having sauerkraut?
Bro,
I
gas.
mean, he is about
Fire.
as far
Yeah, that's
south
what it
as you
gives
can
you.
get in the
you all the
States, if you
gas.
think
You
about
are
it.
correct,
Like,
sir.
I'm not gonna want to eat sauerkraut in 112-degree weather. Like, fuck that.
Oh, dude, the weather was beautiful.
That's absolutely. You throw some sauerkraut on some dogs on the 4th of July. What are you talking about, dude?
In Laredo heat? Absolutely not, dude.
Sure
Are
you do.
Bro,
Oh
Laredo
my
Heat has this drinking
God.
hot coffee. Like, thanks, dickhead. I
No.
can hear your fucking exhaust from here, piece of shit.
I don't like sauerkraut, so y'all can keep that shit.
Bro, I fucking love that stupid shit on my bratwurst. Fire. Then I had everyone's on smoke today.
I'm a little delayed on the comments, but Mookie Whitey said Mookie looks like a school board candidate that ran with the slogan, "Was it really 6 million?"
Oh, I get it now. Oh shit, that's bad, man. That's like really bad.
But yeah,
I was like, I was like, why are you talking about the $6 million man, Whitey? Like, I don't get the connection. But
$6 million man. Yeah, that's what he's going with.
Let me send you some pictures of how I started and how I ended.
Gabe is drinking a Newport Days from Rogue Ale's 5.5% ABV hazy pale ale. He's banging. He also, and I am 100% on board with this. We need a GoFundMe that prevents Gabe from going to games.
I said that weeks ago, dude.
Hold on. No. Isn't that just a Gabe gives us his money? Like, what do we need to fucking GoFundMe for? Just
I was
going to
say, maybe this is a reverse GoFundMe where Gabe, instead of paying for travel and tickets, he just gives us the money.
Although I actually love the hustle. My man was like, why don't y'all get some money to pay me to not go to these games? That'll stop this madness. Like
to pay me to stay at home.
That was pretty fucking smooth. Like, y'all give me some money so that I don't spend my money on this ticket.
It's almost more impressive that Gabe is this unlucky to curse Notre Dame this much as it is if he had seen them win every single one of these games. Like, this is more impressive.
For sure.
Every game Gabe goes to, they lose. It's fascinating.
The minute I saw that, I was like, "Oh, this is in the bag, man!" Like they suck ass as it starts,
like,
and then they had Shipley go on. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
You gotta hammer whoever Notre Dame is playing. If Gabe's going, that's what you need to know. If Gabe's there, you're hammering the other side.
Who's the one, Gabe? He's saying he's 1-3. So like, who was the one? I want to know like when you went and saw us play like an FCS school, because that doesn't happen often.
I was gonna say it was this year when they went and played Eddie George. I bet.
Probably, yeah.
All right, so that's what Gabe's drinking, and
Duke.
Please chip in so that my college football team can actually win, so that Gabe doesn't go to any more games. Caesar, what's a picture? This is a picture of your worst.
This is how he started.
Okay, that's how you started.
You muted your mic, my dude. Like, what the hell? Yeah, you muted your mic.
This is how I started, right?
Okay, that's how you started.
Anger, ready, iced up.
And iced out on a wall.
Sitting on the fuck.
Caesar, this is great for the podcast.
This is fantastic.
Oh shit! I'm not saying anything.
Caesar, all right, hold on. Let's
show us.
Showing us how to zoom on your phone.
Yeah.
So back in the day when people would have slideshows of their vacations, that's what we just saw with Caesar.
Yeah.
Well, this is me fucking
hammered
on the
that's
bench.
me at the bar.
And then from some moment, from me sitting on this random bench against the white wall, I ended up buying a fucking hat and chugging this fucking liter of beer. You see it on me? I got it on me though.
Hey, he used the metric system.
Oh, hey, Linda, do you remember this guy? Yeah, this guy was so funny. You had to be there, but he told us the greatest story. Oh, there's me again in the water. God, what a fun vacation.
Such clear blue water down there. Oh, wonderful.
And there's the picture of me fucking ballistic.
We're 18 minutes in. We haven't even gotten through beer intros. Matt Barr is drinking Strange Way Brewing's Welcome to California West Coast IPA. 7% Citra hop heavy. Just released this past weekend. I'm putting my tism to work and trying to pick her up at the bar.
Look, bro, all I gotta do is drop an oi, oi, oi.
I can't believe I just read that. Biscuit is drinking a sugar-free Big K orange soda and smashing a grilled cheese with sliced chicken on it. Banging so hard, I just hit 1 million views on Pornhub. Mookie Sarah. Okay, he's got it. Biscuit, you earned it. Mookie Sarah pointing out 128 days. Not that you're counting.
Not that I'm counting at all. Nope.
Rex Million is drinking New Belgium Voodoo Ranger Haze Glare IPA 7.7%. I'm debating about banging. Oh, it's not good when you got to debate.
That's
about
surprising too, but
yeah,
I saw that variety pack this weekend too. I almost
picked that up. Solid, man.
Don't throw
Tyson is finishing out his pumpkin beers. He's got the Schlafly Pumpkin Ale 8%. It's good, real good.
Man, you plowed right through that one. Way to go.
No, well, it was mid sentence. I realized what he was doing there, and I had.
You didn't want to give him credit. I appreciate that.
Is that all the beer? Okay, that's all the beers. I am drinking a beer that I'm very excited about. This is from Great Lakes Brewing. It's Cookie Exchange Milk Stout. caramel, vanilla, shortbread, cookie flavor on this one. It is so damn good. It's like a little bit of shortbread flavor at the top and then just tastes like you're drinking caramel. This beer wouldn't give me the time of the day. I don't have a shot with this beer. I would walk up to this beer and be like, hey, how's it going? Can I buy you a drink? And then I'd be like, can I get your number? And she would write no and then hand the phone back to me. And I'd be like, okay, cool. That's to be expected. Way out.
Hey, at least she let you buy you the drink.
She did let me buy her a drink. But
they'll always let you buy the fucking drink. This is always do that bullshit, my friend.
This is the beer that I never had a chance with. It was fantastic brew. All right, let us know in the comments.
Nice enough to drink your fucking beer, but they ain't got no problem being huge, seeing next Tuesdays and being like, oh, sorry, I got a boyfriend. Bitch, you knew you had a boyfriend before I walked over here.
Yo, the best part is for a dude who's been wifed up for a while, Sky, you're still bitter about that shit. Like,
don't act like you ain't in there. I'm just saying, man.
So
you've been there.
It's the money that I spent in my single days thinking I had a shot and never really had a shot is
man. It still burns me sometimes, man. Dude.
Go ahead, Caesar.
Why was that ever a play?
I don't know.
Chivalry? I don't know, man.
No, that's not chivalry. That's scamming yourself.
I'm not saying it was a good reason. I'm just throwing the only one that came to mind out there. Like, to be fair, I don't think I bought that many drinks, mostly because I blacked out first, so it didn't really count. Like, who knows where all that money went? It went in my pocket when I woke up the next day, but I had a good time.
Biscuit said, God damn it, Burlon, you're going to get me to fall off the wagon for that fucking beer. No, stay strong, Biscuit. I'm lying. It's just for the show. It's not that good. Stay strong, man. Go with the big K. And damn it, Matt Barr, he said, I knew I'd get him to read it. Every time. Scott Rexamillion pointing out the slideshow where the dad forgets he took a picture of not his wife in the bikini. Yes. How did that get in there?
Fantastic.
Pulling the old Michael Scott.
All right, boys. Let's start this show off with a little bit of football time. Scott, you were very excited about this Cam Newton story that came out this week. You were so pumped. You were like, add it to the rundown, put it in the show. I had already done it because it's fantastic. Cam Newton told a story this week. I don't know if he was on a podcast or whatever, but he told a story.
He was driving in a car. Like he was like somebody was like interviewing him on like his phone or something, like because he's driving and doing this interview, like telling this story.
So he tells the story that when he came back to the Panthers, he obviously didn't have his number. It was given away. Jimmy Clausen had the number, and Jimmy Clausen tried to get him to pay $1 million for the number. Jimmy Clausen said, "You want the number? It's $1 million." And Cam hung up on him. And then Jimmy came back and said, "Okay."
Wait, you said when he came back, but I thought this was when he was a rookie. Like I thought this was him.
Yeah, I thought it was a rookie.
Yeah, it was him coming into the league. Like
I thought it was his comeback.
This was him. This was him as a rookie coming into the league, and obviously, he had 2 at Auburn. Jimmy has 2, and Cam's like, what's it going to take to do it? And he's like, we can do something for it. We can settle up. And he's thinking, great. Then Jimmy says $1 million, and he's like, what? Get the fuck out of here, basically. And Jimmy comes back and is like, all right, man, I'll talk to my agent. We'll see. Comes back to him and is like, all right, we'll do it for $750,000. At which point, Cam, probably one of the smartest things he did in his entire football life, said, wow, that's a horrible investment. Fuck that. I'm just going to make everybody forget Jimmy Clausen's a thing.
And he did.
And he fucking did. And as a rookie, that's why it makes it so much greater. Like, he was just like, fuck this guy. I'm going to end his career because he won't give me my number. Yeah, dude, you did.
That never happens. Mike never gets caught up for just reading the headline.
Totally busted. I jumped in there and tried to save you, but good on Tyson for fucking pointing that out.
Which again, I'm pretty sure it was made clear in the group text that this was when Cam came in the league. Like, But hey, you know, a lot of stuff happens during the day. It gets lost in the shuffle. I get it.
Well, he started it off stellar. He's like, "Oh, Cam was on a podcast or something." I was like, "What? He's in the fucking car." Like, you see it in the video is him in the car conducting this, like telling the story to whoever is recording it.
Okay, in fairness, you had said that to me. I didn't watch it because I had seen a tweet earlier in the day that was just like Cam Newton said and just summed it up. And I was like, that's a great story. That's going in the show tonight. And I put it in the doc.
Didn't look into the details.
Did
We
need to.
are professionals. I hope people come here for their sports news, folks.
Listen, it is my job to just tee up the story. That's all I do. I tee it up. I don't need to have exact details. That's for you guys to break it down further and have viewpoints and whatnot. I'm just like, hey, Cam Newton, they tried to sell his number to for $1 million. Jimmy Clausen, those are detailed. That's it. That's all you need. Cam Newton, Jimmy Clausen, $1 million. Boom. My job is done. Over to you, Scott. Take it away.
We're here for entertainment, not facts, y'all. Come on now.
He's up on categorized as entertainment on YouTube. It is.
Speaking of which, Mike, where are we at with issue 2?
Let's see. Let's do a quick refresh here of NPR and check and see.
Oh, that's a reputable source.
21% of votes counted. Issue 1 is at 63.5% passing. Issue 2 is 56.5%. About a quarter of the way there, and they're both still hanging on. I don't like that gap on 2, guys. I don't like that. I'm good with 1. 1 sounds great, but 2 doesn't sound too.
We only need one more vote, Mike. Just chill. We only need one more than the other.
That is true. It's a simple majority here.
Like, this is one of those things where every vote matters. No, for real, every vote fucking matters. if we finish that shit and it passes by one vote, like, oh, well, sorry, sucks to suck.
God spinning the fucking signs. Every vote counts. Go fucking vote, dickhead.
Hey, we gotta pass this. We gotta pass this weed, man. Like, come on, man, get out there. I'm like, Diddy, vote or die.
Biscuit says, back to you, Mike Cliff Notes Berlon.
That's crazy. That's a violation. That's a T. That's a T.
Look, it's true. Also,
but it's not. Like,
Parzival, I don't know if he wants to shave his head on the show, and he keeps taunting me with, I bet you would not do it, and then emojis of like a cigarette and a bar of soap and a razor, and there's wine and a thumbs up. And then Matt Barr.
His emoji game is strong.
Parzival mocking me is the best.
Is this the same dude that did it the last time?
I believe so. I think.
I mean, I would assume so, but
I think he's been on the show before shaving
there.
his head.
Oh, dude.
This time he wants to go straight razor. All right, guys. This one I did watch this video.
You wanted us each to bring a topic to the show to do tonight. I was like, there ain't no fucking way. We're 30 minutes in. We've talked about one thing, and you didn't even know the damn story. I just want to point that out.
Well, now you know why I wanted to do one topic each, because
Because I didn't know shit. Is what you're about to say. Because I didn't know shit
on one thing that I have to do a topic on.
Scott, your topic. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. My grandpa once told me, "Mijo, the suit makes an ass out of you and me."
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let that sit with you.
Mm-hmm.
Let it simmer.
God, dude.
Because every time I get told that shit, I want to fucking kill myself, metaphorically. So yeah.
Oh my
Suit
god!
makes an ass out of you and me.
Listen,
that's what happens, Mr. Cliff Notes.
Maybe if somebody else would chip in around here and throw up some topics, I could do a little bit of research, a little bit more in-depth research. But as it is, let's go to the next story from the.
Hold on. Before we go, you didn't do the thing, did you?
Yes,
did you play the football thing?
Don't hit it. I did. Don't you dare! Don't you dare come back on the show for the first night
hitting buttons.
Don't you dare!
Fuck.
Wasn't gonna, but then you started threatening me, and I do not respond well to threats. Just saying.
God damn.
Parzival really wants to shave his head if somebody smokes a cigarette with him. There was a guy on TikTok who took shaving to a whole new level. So he was a Vikings fan. And if you missed it this weekend, Josh Dobbs became a Viking like 5 days ago after Kirk Cousins went down. He came into the game and led the Vikings to a win. Didn't even know his receivers' names. Like he's in the huddle calling plays. There's video of him like taking snaps on the sidelines, trying to like show the line.
Trying to get the cadence down on the sideline.
He doesn't even have the cadence down. He doesn't know anybody's names. He doesn't know the playbook. Wins the game. This Vikings fan goes unhinged and on TikTok shaves off his eyebrows because Josh Dobbs is now his quarterback and he is riding with Josh Dobbs. He is pissed.
Why is that the move? Does Josh Dobbs not have eyebrows?
I like it.
I love it. He doesn't.
Oh, no
He's
shit.
a rocket scientist with alopecia. He has no hair. He's got no
Yeah,
eyebrows.
he's like the Charlie Villanueva, playing football. Like, he's like, dude, I love it. I love that you could honestly you could jump from Kirk, who they've been riding with for the last 3 or 4 years, and just be like, all right, one game, fuck it, eyebrows gone, fuck you, Kirk. This my QB1 now.
I like to picture this guy previously just wearing like the long sleeve flannels, like tucked into khaki pants. And then he's like, oh shit, Kirk's gone. He rips that off, shaves his eyebrows. He's just constantly mimicking whatever the Vikings quarterback would be. Speaking of
showing up for work on Monday, looking like an asshole. I love it. I love it. What happened to your eyebrows? I'm rolling with Dobbs, Joe. What? Get the fucking TPS reports on my desk by the end of the day, you dummy.
Caesar, would you shave your eyebrows for your quarterback?
No, I'm fucking bald. No. I would never. For Dakota?
So if that's what it took for Dak Prescott to bring you a title, would you shave your eyebrows?
That's a good point, Caesar. What would it take for you to shave the eyebrows?
Like a
if
three-peat?
If it meant for sure that the Cowboys win the Super Bowl and Texas wins the national championship, would you shave your eyebrows?
Same year?
In the same year.
And everyone knows they won it because of me.
Everyone knows this guy shaved his eyebrows and it led to this. Yes.
I'd do it.
All right, what if they win, but people don't know it's because you shaved your eyebrows? You are the only one that knows.
Yeah, bro. Everyone's looking at me like the way they did Jesus. Like, who's this fucking crazy guy? I don't know.
I feel like that worked out okay for him, though, didn't it?
Did it?
Not really. They changed his fucking skin color. Shout out the fucking Counsell Nicaea, right?
Yeah,
fucking
and before
asshole.
that, they nailed him to a cross and shit. So,
Oh, fuck. I forgot.
I feel like
before they whitewashed him.
Race card.
I said the whitewashing was the worst part.
I know, you're like, man, I can't believe they whitewashed him. It's like, yeah, before that they did. There's one more thing they did just before that.
Caesar goes, oh, I forgot about that part. The main part.
I forgot the best part. I forgot about that part when it's around my fucking neck.
Oh my god!
I was gonna say, yeah, it's not like the part that founded the religion or anything. That's a detail that it gets lost in the shuffle.
That's fantastic.
Matt Barsek Scott confirms student of history.
I honestly don't know. It's because, dude, I don't even want to risk it with these motherfuckers. Because you know what I'd do? I'd keep a bald head for 4 years. Voluntarily. The eyebrows are just too crazy.
The eyebrows are too crazy for you? That's too far of a stretch?
It's just because I don't know how long it'd take to grow back. It took fucking 23 years to get where we're at.
I know. We've
only
discussed,
one way to find out, my guy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that shit.
We're gonna start a new streak talking about Caesar's eyebrows.
What's the literal worst that could happen?
They grow back the way they did when I was 6, and there's nothing there.
Okay.
Guys, I need a ruling on this because Matt Barr has said that the guy that did it looks like me, to be honest. You couldn't tell he had eyebrows anyways, which is
gingerous. That's crazy.
He is kind of gingery. But I need to know.
Whoa, hard R, y'all. Come on.
Does this guy look like me? Is that
Maybe I could see like a prepubescent Mike looking like this.
The trash
Pass.
So yeah.
Oh god, he's got his dad's pubes on his lip. Oh, holy shit, dude! That's what he like. Actually, he should shave the eyebrows to take away attention.
He didn't have any eyebrows in the first place.
Dude,
yeah,
he
he
didn't.
of a redhead. When you're a redhead, it doesn't look like you have eyebrows anyway.
Yeah, bro, I'm a bean. You can tell I have eyebrows.
But like I said, like he should do this just to get.
It's definitely a young Mike pre-pubic hair. All right, there you go. So that's a real story that I did research on, fellas. How about that shit?
Yeah, I love how that's the one you do more research on than the Cam Newton.
Mike dunking on us after that one, ladies and gentlemen. He got us good.
Oh no!
Like the guy who dunks on the Fisher Price hoop at the barbecue.
Never known.
Oh God, Parzival's now saying head shave and eyebrows.
Oh shit!
I'm just scared that we're gonna do something when we see him on fucking like how they do it in Omega. Well, anyways, more on the fucking Falcons. Yeah, Falcons and Vikings. How the fuck are you playing as a quarterback who's learning the cadence on the sideline? Your dad owns FedEx. Why are you a coach? Arthur Smith needs to be jailed. Jailed. Fucking.
Did you see what
he's really fucking up Dijon?
Big ass
I'll
knife,
tell you that.
The fucking knife that goes down and cuts their heads off. Arthur Smith.
Guillotine.
The guillotine.
Yeah, guillotine. Arthur Smith.
Guillotine, Scott?
You heard me. Guillotine. I'm American, baby. I'm a guillotine.
See, I'm an American when it benefits me.
Exactly. Right there. Guillotine,
that, I'm
baby. Guillotine. Fuck them Frenchies. I'll pronounce it how I want.
I just want to go back to the Scott confirmed student of history comment and put a question mark at the end of it now.
Look, I got the Jesus part down. All right. As soon as I said it, it was one of those moments in my head that I was like, "Oh fuck, I fucked that up. I hope nobody. Shit, I'm screwed."
It's a good thing. It's a good thing Jesus was killed on a cross and not with the guillotine, or you would have exposed yourself way earlier in this conversation.
Would it be like a harder jewelry piece though, the cross or like his head?
Oh Jesus Christ!
No, realistically.
Whoa.
I think it'd be the head.
I mean, the cross, because his head could just be any white dude that used to not be white, right?
True.
23% of the votes in now, guys. 61% yes on 1, 56% yes on 2, 23% counted for in the NPR.
I just can't believe his dad owns fucking FedEx and he's a coach in the NFL.
What the hell does his dad's ownership have to do, like FedEx, have to do with his ability to
work at FedEx? You're never gonna get fired.
Well, yeah, you might as well go be an NFL head coach, right? Because you're just like, well, at the end of the day, I'll just fall back on dad's fucking, business. I'll just go work.
How do you have Bijan El Rayo Robinson? That's what the Spanish commentators would call him at UT. And you do fucking nothing with him. Nothing. Like, first of all, they should have never drafted him in the first place because they had Tyler Algier. But cool, he didn't go to the Eagles. But I cannot believe you're doing nothing with your best player. You have Taylor Heineken in the back. Solid, right? Just give Bijan the fucking ball. Just give him the ball. And Arthur Smith hates fantasy players too. That fucking prick. He gave Jonnu Smith, who's like my dad's age, goal line touches. What? Jonnu Smith ran the ball in 2023. He probably hadn't ran the ball since fucking 8th grade.
Guillotine does sound like a really bad rapper name, but I fucks with Guillotine. Like, I would go to Guillotine concert.
Guillotine's a mumble rapper. There's no way you could.
Fuck, you're right.
Biscuit says Guillotine sounds like French chocolate milk mix.
Exactly. There you go.
Speaking of French, Jaylen Brown sent fucking Baguette Boy to the Shadow Realm. Fuck you, Gobert.
To the Shadow Realm. Jesus Christ.
Fucking Baguette Boy, get the fuck out of here.
Leaning in on people over week 2 NBA regular season.
That boy, dude, put his fucking nutsack in his face.
Week 2 NBA flex. I love it.
Hey, we were the longest undefeated team. I'll take it.
What are you, the
looks good.
fucking 73 Miami Dolphins over here?
Yep. For 2 weeks of the basketball season, we were.
Yeah. Talk to me in like March.
No, not even
Let's
March.
get
In June.
asking the proper questions in the comments, guys, because Caesar is very upset about this Falcons game. Basically wants to know how much money did Caesar lose on this game to be this mad?
So I do a Survivor League, and I took the Falcons because I was like, oh, you had the guy that got the conclusion, right? And then
That's a pretty solid pick in one of those too, because you're like, I mean, they just got a
Especially
guy
this
off the
late.
street. They just got a guy off the street to quarterback, and then knowing what you know about him, learning receivers' names and cadence during the game. Ooh, I'd be fucking furious.
You
know what? Never mind, Caesar. Pop off.
Not just that.
Yeah,
I have a little Rayo on my fantasy team. Mind
Dude, that's
you,
been
don't
killing me all
worry.
fucking year.
No,
Like,
not all
he
year.
was-
It's been the past 3 fucking weeks. When he woke up sick that one Sunday, like, huh?
Bro, it's
Report it,
football. The season ain't that
dumbasses.
fucking long. 3 weeks is the season. That's whether you make the playoffs or not right there. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's it.
You got to be aggressive. You got to be aggressive with the trades because I
Yeah, so
drafted.
it's time to sell, right?
easy.
Because I'm fixing to put him on the block.
Get TP. You can probably get TP for him.
There's your
Anyways,
the street continues,
I'm
everybody.
pretty sure it's
There
Jordan
it is.
Breyer's not the least.
bro, stop the count. If you're me, I just scored the highest amount of points last week. Stop the fucking count.
I moved to 8-1 in my dynasty league, so I'm flying high.
Great.
Mookie, you want to give your fantasy update since that's what we're doing now? Where are you sitting at?
Actually, I'm not that bad. I was about to say bad, real bad, but just in my dynasty league, I'm shit. But I kind of knew I was going to be this year going in. So other than that, though, I'm like, I've only got 2 losses in one league and 1 loss in the other, so I should make the playoffs. We'll be fine.
There you go. All right.
You are real
Fantasy
degenerates. I'm 7-2 with my beautiful dark twisted fantasy,
Oh,
and I'm 3-5 with Osama bin Laden.
speaking of degenerates, you know what my favorite part of NBA 2K24 is this year is the fucking daily bets where you can go and pick the games to get the coins and shit. I've started chasing those in actual real life, and it's turning out pretty well.
Who isn't having fun because you're the party's degenerate gambler.
Welcome home, Mook. Welcome home.
The timing on that is so done. Like, we will fuck up the timing on every transition ever, but that one is like always at the ready. I fucking love it.
Well, that's because as soon as Mookie calls for the ball, I'm like, this is going to be gambling talk. Let's just get to the. And Mookie's got a propensity to like. He's got to get his preamble up there before he drives the point home. So I got plenty of time to get to the drop. So I'm like, okay, let's throw the ball to Mookie, scroll on over, wait for the drop, and there it is. And we're able to put it. It's perfect. It works out perfectly every time.
A little behind the scenes on how the show works there.
We're in that magic year or part of the year though, because you've got NBA college hoops kicked off Monday. Notre Dame, South Carolina in France, by the way. That was an interesting matchup to start the season.
Fuck Baguette Boy.
First of all, it was college. Second of all, it was women's. But okay.
No, you said France. I could shit on Gobert as much as I want when I see those fucking 3 colors.
I mean, yeah, well, everyone should because he started COVID. I'm pretty sure he's the one that started COVID.
I saw Contagion again? Bro, fuck Gwyneth Paltrow.
Bizgig coming in here asking me if I knew they could bet in the Special Olympics. Of course I knew that.
We spoke about it when
Who do you think they made that movie about?
I was just gonna say we talked about that on the show.
That was a story.
Right.
Yeah, that was made strictly for Mookie. That one was a story I read the entire story of. And, all right, let's do one more NFL story before we switch over to college ball and talk JMU, the real heroes of the college football season. This story, if you haven't been following along, linebacker Blake Martinez, former linebacker in the NFL, retired abruptly after selling a Pokemon card for like $5 million. Like
this was another story we talked about on the show.
Yes, we talked about it before. He retired to literally deal Pokemon cards. He started a business. He had employees. They were buying and selling Pokemon cards. Well, it came out a couple weeks ago that he was banned from some service that is like known for trading Pokemon cards because his company was flagged for scamming people, where they would people would buy a card thinking it was one thing and then it was not the same card, or the quality wasn't as good, or there was slight imperfections, or it was fake altogether, and they got banned from the service. And the guy's like, you know what, this fucking sucks, I'm going back to the NFL. And Blake Martinez is back in the NFL now. He is unretired. The Panthers, right, Scott? That's who picked him up. Like, he's back in the NFL, officially on a team now.
Yes, he is a Panther. I find this story hilariously fascinating. The idea that you can go from NFL, whatever, he was an NFL starter, just a guy, to full-time selling Pokemon cards, to scamming people, to, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to the NFL. Like the NFL is just so easy. You just fuck it. I guess if this didn't work out, I'll fall back. Like, that's why my man's an NFL head coach, because fuck it. If this doesn't work out, I'll just go work at FedEx. Like, that's why you do it. Blake Martinez knew all along. He was playing 4D chess with all of us. He was like, I'm going to go do this Pokemon thing. I don't know, maybe scam some people, see how it goes. If it doesn't pan out, though, fuck it, I'll just come back to the NFL. It's no biggie. No biggie.
I mean,
Fucking
honestly,
absurd.
This isn't surprising. The NFL is so easy. You don't need to know each other's names. Like, par for the course, right?
I guess this week proved it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, kind of makes you wonder, like, how bad must you feel if you're like a Johnny Manziel or one of those other chumps that flamed out? Like, this guy traded Pokemon cards and all it took was a coke habit to knock you out of the league. Like, come on, Johnny, do better.
Well, not even. There's so many guys that would kill to be in the NFL. You think of all the fringe guys that are on practice squads and all this other shit. They're just fighting tooth and nail to stay on a team. And Martinez is like, well, this didn't work out. Hey, guys, I need a job. You got one for me? Come on in, Blake. Fuck it. That's absurd. I'd be so pissed if I was one of those fringe guys right now. Like, I would be mad as fuck. Like, this fucking guy just rolled in here, just took a job? God damn.
Goddamn Charmander just rolls in off the street and fucking jumps.
Seriously.
Bullshit, man.
Would piss me off, but I mean, good for Blake though. Like, good to have options, right? Like, I wish my fallback was, if this Channel 9 thing doesn't work out, I'm just gonna go fucking back to the NFL. The thing doesn't work out, probably gonna end up in a soup kitchen.
Biscuit asking, is he the one that sold the card to Logan Paul? I don't know. I'm furiously Googling.
No, Collectibles Guru is the one that sold it to Logan Paul.
All right, so it wasn't. He didn't sell it to Logan Paul.
How did you know that so quick?
I'm 23.
Oh, okay.
No, not just that.
Awesome.
I was also a big Logan Paul hater at the time. Still kind of am, I guess.
Yeah, I'll get on board with that. Fuck that guy.
I saw that he got, mind you, I might not be the biggest fan of him. Great wrestler. I hate to say it, but he's great on the mic cutting.
Mysterio's life.
No, look, he had brass knuckles there. That was some bullshit. My boy's coming back to be the top bean that leads the USA and becomes United States champion once more.
Mookie just his eyes.
I just want to put this up here so I can see the picture. Tyson said. I don't even give a fuck what he said. I just want to look at the picture.
No,
it's the fourth time for Scott to be frozen too. This is really
I can't see anything. This is awesome. This is like listening to the show as if this were the podcast. This show sucks when all you can do is listen to it. I gotta tell you that much. If I can't watch it,
guys, we figured it out. So it sounds like maybe we should quit distributing on audio and just go straight YouTube, Scott.
That's it.
You don't even like just listening to the show.
I mean, I'm part of it, and I'm just like, this is whack. I can't see the fucking video. You guys are referencing something. I mean, if Caesar decided he was going to go home videos with us again, I'd be lost as fuck.
Hey, you know what? Look.
Yeah, see? I
That
can't
one's
see it.
on me. Oh,
God damn it.
as I tap my chest and give myself blame, that one's on me.
I'm going to refresh.
That one's on me.
Fuck this shit. God damn it.
Not to mention, you still got the crazy eyebrow dude staring at me in the bottom pane here, Mike, the friggin' creeper.
Yeah, we do still have that guy hanging out.
I can't not look at him.
Let's shift gears. Let's talk college ball. We'll save the Michigan stuff for when Scott is back online. Or
I hit refresh, so you know I got the spinning wheel of death. It's fun.
Clearly, the refresh ain't working because he never dropped the stream.
Image, the still of Scott staring at us up throughout this entire discussion.
Wait, has that stayed the whole time?
Yes,
yeah.
it has not gone away. You have just been sitting there frozen the entire time.
Well, then I guess I've seen that. Then this is just as visual for everybody else as it is me. Because I've just been staring at myself, staring down, looking like a jackass this whole time.
I mean, I've been switching. Like you're clearly frozen, but we can still go to you and show everybody just you being frozen.
That's awesome.
Can that be the promo, Mike? Oh, this show sucks. We can't watch it. So come watch it every Tuesday at 8.
I gotta redo our intro, and we might have to use that line of Scott just being like, "This show sucks when you gotta listen to it." Have that as the ending to open up the show. Matt Barr calling for us to talk JMU motherfucking Dukes. He rightfully pointed out James Madison ranked 21 in this week's AP poll. Notre Dame ranked 22, which I quickly pointed out. JMU was too low and Notre Dame was too high. After losing to Bill Sweeney, Notre Dame doesn't deserve that 22 ranking. But
Williams,
guys, listen, this is some bullshit. So JMU has petitioned the NCAA to try to allow them a bowl game because they're 9-0. They are absolutely dominating. They're looking great. It's a team that should be able to play in the postseason, but because of these weird NCAA rules that they just made the jump from FCS, they're not allowed to play in a bowl game for like 3 years unless there's not enough 6-win teams. Then they can play in a bowl game. But because of that, the College Football Playoff Committee will not rank James Madison. And this is a travesty that we cannot have, fellas, because right now there is only one group of 5 school that is in the college football playoff rankings, and that's Tulane. And that's some bullshit because James Madison should absolutely be the highest ranked group of 5 team getting ready to play in a New Year's 6 game. Mookie, are you in agreement?
What would the spread be?
God
Hey.
I mean,
it's not showing these group of 5 teams because look
I
what
feel
Tulane
like it'd
did
be
last
like
year. I wrote Tulane all the way to my fucking bank account. Not this year, right? But last year they made me so much fucking money.
They did. They sure did. Scott, are you back?
For fuck's sake.
Oh, there you are.
Hey, look who it is.
Oh,
Wow, bro, same team.
Biscuit said I didn't realize he was frozen. I just thought he was being real still.
Damn it.
Scott, what do you? No, don't tell me you froze again.
please tell me.
Oh God. It's like the exact same pose too. Oh my Lord. How spot on is that? Like, honestly, shit, I wish I would have screen capped it. You know what? Hold on. Let me get this one for when he freezes a third time just so I can have that on reference.
He's frozen completely
He's so
again. Now he
mad
can't
right
even
now.
talk. Tyson!
Oh,
used
Tyson!
his frozen picture. Hey, there's Scott. Scott's
Ooh.
back. Tyson changed his YouTube picture to you being frozen, Scott. That's amazing.
I see. Although it was right as I realized he had just switched it prior to my fucking LinkedIn picture, like an asshole. As I saw that, it froze, and then I come back up to see, oh, he's changed
Here,
it to me being frozen.
Mike, let me try something real quick. So if I do this, oh, this is fantastic because we can just switch back and forth between Scots.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Hey. God damn it.
God, I don't know how much you heard because, you're frozen. But is it a complete travesty that JMU is not allowed to be ranked in the college football playoff rankings because they are not eligible for postseason play?
110%. Like, what the hell does one have to do with the other? They could still be ranked. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
See, that's the part I really don't get, because I would have thought this.
It doesn't make any sense.
Any chance to fuck the NCAA, and this would have been it, right? Because the NCAA can have their thing about bowl games, and the CFP could be like, "Listen, y'all, this is why you want to come with us. Leave them bitches over there. We got the right path. Come with us, and we'll let JMU get destroyed by Penn State."
Listen, here's the thing. Here's the reason why they can't. Because of those bowl tie-ins, you have New Year's 6 bowl game tie-ins where the highest ranked group of 5 champion gets to play in a New Year's 6 game. So if JMU is the highest ranked group of 5 champion, which they should be if they were allowed to be ranked, then the rules are now circumvented because they're not eligible. So then it goes to the second highest ranked group of 5 champion in Tulane. So that's why they refuse to put them in, because they don't want to mess with the bowl tie-ins, and you don't need another UCF coming in claiming national championships when they didn't even play for one. You don't want JMU coming in saying, well, we should have been in the Peach Bowl instead of Tulane, and this is bullshit. So they just don't even put them in. But I am firmly on the camp of JMU. Not only should they be allowed to be ranked, there should be no bowl or postseason ban if a team jumps from FCS to FBS. Fucking full go. Let's go. You made the jump. You're in the fire. Let's go. You're allowed to be ranked. You're allowed to play in the postseason. Does not matter. I don't understand this rule at all of like, okay, you can come to the FBS, but now you got to wait 3 years. Like, that's insane to me. And I don't understand.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
It
doesn't make any sense.
With that being said, we should take a look at our Wiseguys top 10. Go ahead, Mookie. You got
I don't know
something
how, but somehow Ohio State's behind all of this. I'm not sure how, but that's what it is. Ohio State's like, nah, man, we can't fuck with them. You got to keep them out for a minute.
All right, let's do Wiseguys poll for this week. Get that music going. A little too hot, Joe. Turn it down just a little bit. All right, let's bring this up. We'll do our Wiseguys poll for this week, week 11. Get this shit out of the way. There's too much stuff to do. All right, top 10 for the first time. Joe. For the first time this week, fellas, we have 10 teams in the top 10. We have whittled our options down. There are so many teams that are off the board. You can no longer bet on Notre Dame for a national championship. You can no longer bet on Air Force. There are several teams that are completely out of the betting. So we have our first official top 10 here in week 11. Louisville coming in at number 10 at plus 20,000 odds to win the national championship. Number 9, Penn State at plus 10,000 odds. Watch those odds jump up after they beat Michigan this weekend. Number 8, Texas, 1,500. Look at the gap
oh my God.
between Texas and Penn State, guys. It's unreal.
Damn.
Number 7, Washington, plus 1,100 odds. Number 6, Oregon, plus 1,000. Scott, number 5, Alabama, plus 900.
It's happening. It's happening.
They're right there. They are right there in the mix. Moving to our top 4 for week 11. We got at number 4, Ohio State at plus 700 odds. You got Florida State at plus 600. Georgia at plus 260. And Michigan at plus 220. Listen, I am not as degenerate of a gambler as Mookie is, but I will tell you, this is probably the best value you're going to get on Georgia. So hammer it right now at plus 260. Because whenever these allegations, like whenever the Michigan stuff finally is resolved and the Big Ten hands down their punishments, and Michigan isn't eligible, those odds for Georgia are going to drop like crazy. Hit the 260 now. Because after this, after everything comes out, come on, Mookie. Have you seen Georgia play?
No. I meant Ohio State smacks Michigan.
Oh, okay.
In the game.
That's fair enough. This is the value though on Georgia right here this week. Caesar, what do you make of these top 4?
Where the fuck does the CFP have Ohio State 1 and Georgia 2 and Michigan? Like, I don't get it. Like I don't get it at all. I don't get it at all. They have Oregon. They have Oregon above Texas.
Caesar,
Caesar, this is
exactly
easy. It's easy because the CFP is based on what you did. Vegas is looking at what you gonna do. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it comes down to. It's like what's gonna happen, what's coming up ahead of here. Whereas the CFP is just body of work so far this year.
You know why they've got Scott? Tell the man why Ohio State is number 1 in the college football playoff rankings.
Because their dumbass fans spend a whole bunch of money and whip themselves into a fucking frenzy and keep the shit relevant. Like, it's real fucking simple. They gotta make it like they're gonna make sure that these assholes are in the conversation no matter what it is. And for the idiots, I'm sorry, Mookie, but you fall in this category when it comes to this whole like ranking them months in advance of the Final Four. It's like, it's just talking points for this shit. Like, there's nothing else to do but make sure that this stays at the front of everyone's mind, and Ohio State fans are the easiest engine to fucking rev up.
It's their cash cow. They're bringing them close, giving them the nook. Hey, come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. You're number 1. Who's my boy? Who's my boy that's gonna bring in that cash? Come on, boy. Who is it? Who's the big boy? Who's the big boy with all that money in their pocket? Who is it? It's you. It's you, you little bitch. Come on in, you motherfucker. And then the best part, Scott, you're 100% right. It not only does it rile up Ohio State fans, it riles up Michigan fans.
Yep.
Michigan fans are all pissed off. How the fuck is Ohio State number 1? And it's bullshit. This is some bullshit. Have they not seen Harbaugh? This is it's a witch hunt. It's a goddamn witch hunt. That's what this is. That's what this is. It's all because Harbaugh said kids should get paid. That's why they're number 3. The college football playoff committee is sticking it to Michigan. This is fucking bullshit. And then everybody goes crazy over it. I love it. It's all being unmasked right in front of us.
Well, yeah. No, well, the most unfortunate part of it is it's actually something that the OWGs are doing that I appreciate. Them like puppet mastering this whole fucking thing. Like, it all goes back to money, but at the same time, they know exactly how to play every single chess piece on the board with this aspect of it. Like, none of this means shit right now. They could just be like, JMU's number 1. Wow, look at that. That's fucking wild. JMU's number 1. Oh, they're not eligible, so it doesn't fucking matter. Like, and then they should really just fuck with everybody. Like, next week, like, they should just be like, I don't know, Penn State's number 1. And like, Ohio State just be number 5 for like no real goddamn reason. It's like, oh, what? I mean, that's what we saw this week. Like, because it doesn't mean shit until we get to the Final Four.
Tyson wants me to do my Lou Holtz impression.
Oh, my bad.
I have a question.
You need to do the Lou Holtz, though, of bringing do the whole bit, though, with the Lou Holtz.
I can't do that whole bit. I can't recreate what I just said. There's no way.
I just wonder if you say again, you're going to nuggie him. I just want that part. Just give me that much.
I don't think I could. You just want me to do the noogie part? That wasn't
do
even
the Lou
best
Holtz.
part of
I'm going to bring the kid over and noogie him.
I just bring him in here. Get over here. You look at this little son of a bitch here.
That was so well done on the fly. I mean, you can't even hate on that. Mookie, do a Boston accent.
No.
Oh, damn it. Damn it.
Couldn't if I wanted to.
Dude, I what was it? It was the English accent that moved.
Oh, British.
Mario with to do a British accent, and he went, "It's a me."
I'm over here trying to think of I'm like, what's the one phrase I could think of that would get me there, and I got fucking nothing.
Tyson's saying, I just want to hear you say James Madison. James Madison University. The Dukes might be the best program in the NCAA this year. They jumped from FCS and made it into FBS. They're not bowl eligible. They should be, okay? It's bullshit that they're not bowl eligible. James Madison, my choice for a New Year's Six bowl, okay? That's who should be in the New Year's Six bowl.
And Whitey saying, when Mike does the little, I feel like I need to wipe my screen off. Absolutely right.
Oh, man.
That bar wants me to clip that Lou Holtz praising James Madison.
Oh my God.
We might have found the ad for this week. All right, let's talk about this Michigan thing because Dan was in the comments saying Michigan is ineligible. God, you wishful thinking motherfuckers. Keep doubting.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Caesar.
Are they really even that good?
Michigan?
They haven't played anyone.
We have no idea. Their best win was Rutgers up to this point. Like that was
and
literally on the graphic last week when they unveiled the college football playoff rankings. Was Michigan's best win was Rutgers.
Their strength of schedule's probably like what, fucking 70?
I think it was at like 111.
120.
Bro, Texas is 5.
It's
We're
really
5.
bad. It's
Texas
really-
is 5. People say we don't play shit. We're literally fucking 5 in strength of schedule. 5. Not 1, 2, 3, 4. 5.
The story has gotten crazy. I don't know if you guys have been following the Connor Stallions thing.
Bro, I have my notifications on. I have my notifications on.
Caesar's getting notifications. So since last week, because last week we talked about him being on the CMU sidelines with sunglasses at night, potentially recording Michigan State sidelines in the first week of the year on a Friday night. Very bizarre situation. He has since resigned, and his attorney.
They made him quit.
Right. Well, there was a hey, you either resign or we fire you, and he resigned. And then his attorney put out a statement that was like, to Connor's knowledge, nobody within the program knew of any wrongdoings, which was clearly written by Michigan, and was like, sign this and put this out as your statement after we let you go. And if you do, we got an extra $20K in your severance package. Okay, there you go. Be a good boy. And then they gave him a noogie and pushed him out the door. But that whole thing has gone down. Connor Stallions is now no longer part of Michigan, but it doesn't end there because Michigan fans went unhinged. Guys, they were talking about how Ryan Day and his brother hired a PI firm and hacked into Michigan's computers, and that's how they knew that this happened. And it was Ryan Day who is going to jail. Michigan fans have gone full-on QAnon on this whole thing. They've literally pulled out every trope. This is a witch hunt. It never happened. They hacked us. They're going to jail for it. But his emails, everybody, that's what Michigan wants you to know. But Ryan Day's emails. It's been fascinating to watch the goalpost move too, because it started off with, we didn't do anything wrong. They never did anything. Jim Harbaugh didn't know anything. If there was anything done, Jim Harbaugh didn't know about it. And then it was, well, everybody does this. This isn't new. Like, this is just, everybody does it. They're just out for Jim to get Jim. And now it's Ryan Day set him up. Like, this has been fascinating to watch. And, I mentioned that Dan said, that Harbaugh is not going to get in trouble and Michigan will be ineligible. Big Ten has the opportunity to step in and impose some type of punishment. And Santa Ono from Michigan, the president, has said they will challenge it in court and they will go in any legal route possible to prevent that from happening. But Scott, do you think there is any punishment that happens before the NCAA investigation is done?
No.
You think they let him go? You think they let it ride?
Dude, nothing's going to happen with this whole thing. It's just going to kind of fizzle out until the end of the season. Like, nothing's going to come of any of this until this season plays out. They don't want to fuck up this whole thing because Michigan's in the conversation. Like, if Michigan was on the fringes or Michigan was kind of like hanging around, it'd be a totally different story. But the fact that they're in the conversation, they're not going to sell you this bullshit. They're gonna slow play this out and let it play out, and then the season will just be like, oh yeah, that whole thing, nothing came of it. We're sorry.
Mookie, your head was on your microphone there for a second.
Not that we want to give a Michigan fan any kind of pub. What?
Race card.
Oh, it's because Dan, I see, because Tyson said, have you met Daniel. Yeah.
Huh?
All wrong.
That's a great photo.
What?
Tyson said, "Have you ever met Daniel Linaras?" To which Dan replied, "Someone give Tyson a race card. That's the whitest I've ever seen my last name spelled." Yep. You can't argue with facts here. So Tyson,
Yeah,
take
there
it.
it is. Like Sarah knows. Like,
Sarah's
they're
saying
just
it won't
gonna-
happen at the end of the season. It'll happen like 3 years from now. That's the NCAA.
If it
push
happens
right
at
there.
all,
No, but hang on, guys,
the Big
because
Ten ain't
here's
gonna
the
do
thing.
shit.
You have a brand new Big Ten commissioner, and you have every other program telling the Big Ten commissioner he's got to do something about this. So this dude now has to juggle.
Hey, they called it for issue 1, bro.
Oh shit!
So now you're gonna talk about that? Biscuit quit that like 10 minutes ago.
No,
and I was
I
trying to
know.
reject that you're talking about
I
serious stuff.
saw it. I saw it, and I was just like making sure I saw it from more than one spot. I was like, okay, I saw that Biscuit had mentioned it. I saw that Biscuit had mentioned it. But I was like,
I need 2 sources, motherfucker.
no, I don't have that. But that's the thing. On this one, it was one of those things that like, nah, I don't want to get my hopes up. This is one of those things that get your bubble burst where it's like, oh yeah, somebody's calling it, and then later on everybody's dunking on them because it's like, yeah, they called it and they were wrong. So I wanted to make sure that I saw somebody else say that shit. But
That's where
shit,
Cincinnati
yo.
is? Wow.
Send it, get the fucking roll cord, baby. Let's go.
Is that for issue 1 or Caesar's response?
I couldn't figure that out either. I was like, what are we
That
air
was
rap
for
on?
issue 1. I
Oh,
wasn't.
okay, cool.
I didn't hear what Caesar said. I was too busy refreshing this NPR. That's crazy that they called it because only 39% of the votes.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm like,
42.
can we get the weed thing now? Like, 'cause
All right,
like
so
if that's number, like they're gonna make us wait. They're gonna make us wait till later. Like they'll be like, we need a recount. Like it'll be weeks
Weeds
before we
at
get this.
also 39% votes counted, 55%
So it's
passing.
not that far off.
Slightly
Like,
less than the abortion amendment, but good on you, Ohio, passing issue
42% of the
Hell
vote
yeah.
as of
Hell
just
yeah.
now.
Wow, cheers.
57.4%.
Yeah, 57.4% in favor of issue 1 passing, and they're calling it. That is fucking
Thank God.
Why do I think Cincinnati was way higher?
Because we're
thought,
trying
like,
to pass
Cincinnati
issue
was
2, motherfucker. That's why.
Further north, we're about to get way higher if issue 2 passes, baby. That's
Hey! Mike read those stories.
That's partly why I haven't done any prep. Like I've been so focused in on these elections, guys. I have not done shit for this show.
Yeah,
Uh,
our
but
fucking
You've
dickheads
been
want
focused on 2 fucking things, man.
Two
Two.
things. Yes,
It's-
2 things.
But wait, well, hold on. Since we're updating election results, did the zoo levy pass, and what about the library one?
I've only been looking at statewide. I have not.
I was just
looked
gonna
at
say
those,
I haven't
but,
seen any of the bullshit.
both of those. I voted for both of those too. First time I
mean, me too,
went
right?
Yes, down the ballot, man. I've never done yes down the ballot on an election.
Normally it's team fuck them kids, but you need somewhere to get rid of them kids. You know what I'm saying?
That's
All right,
true.
let's do this. We're an hour and 15 minutes in, and we're still talking football. God damn it. I love this.
Yeah, remember Mike? Remember
Uh,
Mike, where we pre-show, you're like, hey, let's all bring like 2 or 3 stories so we have stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I
And
already
Scott's
brought
like,
that
Do you
up,
remember
but
during
anyway.
the show when
No.
Scott said that?
Yeah, I brought that exact thing up. Like, what the fuck?
dude, look, I'm drunk. I'm sorry. All right, would you catch me some fucking slack?
Yes, you're wasted off your Guinness Zero.
Hammered over here. I've had like 4, 6 beers.
Here's your
Did you know that
12
this
team
Guinness has
playoff picture.
13.5 carbs? That's a lot of carbs.
That is a lot of
Oh,
carbs.
yeah.
That sits heavy in the belly. Here's your 12-team playoff picture if we had a 12-team playoff this year. So based
we're going
on
to the
the
national championship.
rankings, the college football playoff rankings, Ohio State, Georgia, Florida State, and Washington would be your top 4 seeds getting a bye in the first round. In the first round matchups, you would have Michigan versus the asterisk-laden Tulane Green Wave because they shouldn't be there and it should be
Bro, wave.
Tulane does not deserve that spot. It should be James Madison playing
I
and
love the
beating
asterisk.
Michigan. Because let's face it, Michigan won't be able to steal James Madison signs. At the 6-11 spot, you got Oregon, a newcomer to the 12-team playoff, Louisville. The 7-10 spot is Texas and Penn State, and the 8-9 matchup is Alabama and our boy Lane Kiffin over at Ole Miss, which, by the way, fellas, I do not know if you know who is on that staff at Ole Miss. I'm going to give each of you 3 guesses. Guess the coach who is listed as the assistant coach, co-offensive coordinator, and quarterbacks coach at Ole Miss. No Googling. Scott, 3 guesses who that is.
Charlie Weiss.
Okay, hold on a second though.
God damn you, Mookie.
Oh,
What?
It's Charlie Weiss Jr. is the
that fucker.
co-offensive coordinator at Ole Miss.
here's the funny part. I was gonna ask for hints. I was gonna be like, all right, it's somebody that has ties to the Patriots? Because that was the easiest, most obvious thing. I'm like, it's one of these Patriots rejects. Like, I didn't think it was Junior. I actually would have went with his father. I'm like, oh, has it come full circle? Is Romeo Crennel on the defensive side while Lane Helms offense and Chuck's over there on the O coordinator? That's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh man, he's brought the band back together. But at Ole Miss.
Charlie Weiss Jr. is the quarterbacks coach and co-offensive coordinator at Ole Miss. So there you go. There's your 12-team playoff. Looking at this playoff, I see Ohio State,
Bama, Georgia, Michigan, and Florida State in this current way it's set up. But it's okay because the committee is going to make sure. The committee will make sure that this doesn't happen. They'll be like, oh, look at that. They'll be like, guess what? Alabama is they'll lower motherfuckers to make sure it doesn't happen. Like, that's what's going to be funny is to watch the mental gymnastics when there's 12, where they're just like, oh, and you just start seeing like how they're actually looking at it from a bracket standpoint.
So we've heard the argument that you can't expand the playoffs because it makes the regular season less important, right? That's always the go-to excuse as to why you can't expand, because you're going to get teams that would have 2 or 3 losses that make the playoffs. But if you think about this, guys, this makes the regular season so much more fun to watch because you know goddamn well every Ohio State fan is looking at Alabama's schedule and they're like, how do we get them to the 6th line? We got to get them to the other side of the bracket. And they are pulling for Alabama every single week so that they don't have to play them in the playoffs. They're like, oh, we got to get them to 6 or 7. Somebody's got to lose so that Alabama can move up. It's
exactly what I've always said. It's just pure chaos. Like, the more teams you add to this thing, the more variables, the more shit. And it won't just be Ohio State fans. Like I said, the NCAA will be pulling their fucking puppet strings and their fuckery behind the scenes. It'll just randomly be like, oh, Alabama, they went to this number this week. Like, if things fall that way, it'll be like, oh, that's weird. Like, I could even see a scenario with Texas. Like, they'll just rank teams how the bracket is. People will be like, there's no way we're that low. And then when you look at the bracket, it's like, oh, I get it. I see what they're doing. Like, the NCAA will just be stacking the bracket.
Are Big Ten fans just pussy?
Yes.
Because I don't give a fuck. Give me fucking Ohio State there, number 1.
Big Ten fans are 100% pussies. They don't want to see anybody until they absolutely have to.
Oh, give me everyone now.
They know they can only get up for like 2-3 games a year max.
It's not just Big Ten fans. Like, I also would prefer the easiest path.
Oh, I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just
there's nothing wrong with it. There's just being pussy.
They definitely, like, they're out there with it. Like, it's like, oh yeah, shit, fuck that. Like, we don't want.
They lead with it. They're like, hi, my name is.
They've been punched in the mouth by
the easiest path to the title.
Oh yeah, they've been punched in the mouth by the SEC so many times that they're just like, fuck that. We don't want that smoke until the title game.
They're like, how do we get Alabama and Georgia in that? Like, can we just get Alabama to rise to 7 so that one of them gets knocked out there, and then hope that Florida State pulls an upset? Like, that's the math.
I mean, here's how crazy it is. They're like, how. I mean, we might not want like it to be all on the line like that, but like, is there a way we can get Michigan on the other side of the bracket? Like, if it could be an all Big Ten final, like, we'd sign up for that because like we feel pretty good about our chances against our rivals. But, geez, everybody else not so much.
Gabe said cupcake schedules for life. Big Ten teams. It's so true. Rutgers is their biggest win.
God, so bad.
They should get fined just for that. Rutgers.
They should get, but that's an in-conference game. Like, there's nothing they can do about that. Like, they've been brought into the fold, so that's.
I mean, it's bad when that's your biggest win. Like, you can
it's
out
horrible.
conference teams, but
Well, I mean, how are you going to
How's that your
pad the
biggest
beginning?
win?
because they haven't played anybody else.
It's your biggest win in November. This is when we find out who's scary and who's not.
What are you eating?
No, because we already know knowing the Big Ten is scary. Like, what's there to be afraid of?
Dude, I'm so
Other
fucking
than your
hungry.
Doritos.
I went to work at 7 today. I got home.
Wait till they
I had like 6:50.
We're all gonna be hungry.
I'm fucking starving. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Guys, let's talk a little baseball.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
Little pitch of Texas. Yeah.
So the Reds did it. They
is the
did
World
what I
Series?
thought they would do.
Baseball runs through the state of Texas.
Did you just say Mookie?
That's if the World Series is over yet.
The state
Jesus Christ, bro.
of Texas runs baseball.
Yes, Texas
Okay,
won
cool.
their franchise's first World Series.
Well, that's cool.
Very
That's
happy
fun.
with
That's
them.
neat.
Good for
Yeah,
them.
that's fun. That's all I had to do was flex my state. That's it. I'm good.
The Reds did what I thought they were going to do, and they declined the club option for Joey Votto, ending Joey Votto's 17-year run as a Red. He's officially a free agent. He has said that if the Reds do not pick up the option, he would explore free agency. They didn't want to pay him $20 million to not play every day. This was the first time that I agreed with Reds management on a decision. Doesn't make it hurt any less. And I'm hoping that there's like a handshake deal here of like, we'll give you the $7 million buyout that we owe you, and then we'll sign you to like an $8 million 1-year contract. You'll get 15 for next year. Come back one time around. We'll give you the big send off that you deserve, and then you can ride off into the sunset as a Red. Scott, do you think that's just wishful thinking for me, or do you think Votto comes back one more time? Or do you think he goes somewhere else to end his career?
I think he's done. They've just got too much of a log jam going on with their young guys, and there's no real benefit. They gave him enough of a send-off. I do think it's hilarious that his final game ever in a Reds jersey is him getting ejected from a Cardinals game. But I mean,
in St. Louis,
right? Like, I mean, that's kind of fitting, right? Like, Joey was an oddball, great player, deserves all the accolades, but the ending, you're just like, huh? That kind of makes total sense. But I mean, I think he plays one more year somewhere else. I just don't think the Reds, the way they're currently constructed, like, they don't have time for the farewell tour, and he's done being productive for a team like them.
I just don't see him, like, he could test free agency, but if the Reds offer him like a total of 15 for next year, no team is going to pay him 15 next year. So between the buyout and an $8 million contract, he's getting more for the Reds to be every other day player, like a DH coming off the bench type player. Like, nobody's going to offer Joey Votto. Josh Bell just signed for $16 million in Miami, and he's younger and probably more productive than Joey Votto.
He's probably playing most close to every day. Like,
so I just don't think the market is there for Joey Votto to get much more than that anywhere. So if he's got one more year in him, why would you go somewhere else and not stick with the club that you've been at for 17 years? Go ahead, Mookie.
What the fuck? I had my hand up first.
Oh, sorry, Caesar.
Then you put it down, so sucks to be you. Is he actually any good anymore? Like, honestly, like, is he worth?
He's mostly
he's
mostly washed.
He's fairly
I think
washed.
that's
He
the
still
problem,
has
man.
moments
Like,
where
I mean, he's a luxury item on a really good team. If you're talking about, like, oh, if he could come in, like if the Dodgers could just pay him money to just be there and, you know,
Hold jock
come
straps.
up
I
and
mean,
and like give guys days off. Like, but I don't know. If you're a team, if you're like
he
the
can't
Reds
play
are
the field
constructed, but you're
anymore.
a young team, there's no reason that you would like pay him to be an everyday or just a memento role. Like, the only teams that make sense are the Reds or a team that again use him as a luxury item. That's it.
My
That's where
question
he's at.
was,
Go ahead, Caesar.
is there like the Washington Wizards of the MLB?
The
the
Oakland
Reds.
A's. Kansas City Royals? No, fuck you. They're not as bad.
So
as
you like
the Kings or the Royals.
no, I'm saying the Wizards because
The delay was perfect though.
the Wizards always take up like old ass players for no fucking reason, or like they get mid players. Like they get them in trades like Jordan Poole, Kyle Kuzma. They get a bunch of Robins. So
here's the thing.
Whoever that team is, I think is probably where Joey Votto's going to go. So you say Royals, he's going to be a Royal.
Here's the thing. Votto, yes, he is a luxury item, but he's also beneficial in the clubhouse to have a guy with that experience, especially when your team is all rookies. Like the Reds team is so young, having a guy like Votto. Scott, we talked to Bronson Arroyo, and he talked about how beneficial it was for the younger pitchers to be able to confide in him rather than having to go to the coaches about things that they were afraid to go to the coaches with. Like that is invaluable to a team. For somebody like Ellie De La Cruz or Spencer Steer to be able to go to a player, almost like a player coach, but like a guy that's been around, has seen things, who knows how to work the system a little bit, who can help them out to get through some of those growing pains that you see young players go through.
Well, if you do that, then
I'm not discounting
the coaching staff.
I'm not discounting what you're saying, but I'm discounting your fucking ownership. Like, you think if they can't save a buck, all of the stuff that you just said makes total sense. But are they honestly going to pay him to do that? Like, yeah, if he wants to just show up and they throw him $3 million to do it or whatever the league minimum is, yeah, sure. Then they'll be happy to do that. But they're not going to pay him $15 million to do what he just did this last year. Like, there's no way.
I bet you the Reds asked him to volunteer his time to be a player ambassador. Like that's that's where the Reds are at as a franchise. They'd probably be like, hey, Joey, yeah, so we're not going to pick up that last year, but if you want to hang out in the clubhouse, help the younger dudes, we'll hook you up with,
guys.
Did it do it? Shut up. Did they call it?
We fucking did it. We did it, y'all.
We did it over
Hell
here.
yeah.
I'm so glad I wore my Ohio as fuck shirt tonight because I feel Ohio as fuck tonight, guys. Damn proud.
This is a good night, y'all. It was a good night.
We did it, boys.
We did. Although, Mike, I forgot to tell you, it still might be worth renewing because, as my sister pointed out, when shit was legal in Michigan, it took it a minute to roll, through all the processes and filing paperwork and whatnot.
It's 30 days. 30 days it goes into effect. You did not read the language on the ballot.
There's language. What the fuck was I going to read? I knew it's a simple answer, yes or no. And obviously the answer was yes. Like, what the fuck am I reading for? I mean, come on.
I'm so damn excited. All right, let's do a couple of these stories because first of all, we'll tie up this whole Joey Votto story with Tyson's comment because Mookie, I'm disappointed in you. It was right there for the taking, and you missed it. Tyson said, where's he going to go? And that ends the Joey Votto conversation.
Sorry, I'm rusty, Tyson.
Would have been perfect. Biscuit pointing out Craig Counsell named the new Cubs manager.
Was he even good?
Craig Counsell?
Everyone's sucking his dick. Like, I've never heard his name before.
Craig Counsell's great, man. He's a great manager. But this goes back to the question that Scott and I have had of, like, how impactful is a manager really? Like, there's so many.
It's a chicken and an egg.
Bochy came off the couch and won the World Series.
Yeah,
exactly.
But the problem is Bochy's a great manager. Like he's
Phil Jackson. He's
got titles to his name, so it's not like just some guy like me or Mike rolled off the couch and won a World Series title with just a team. So but it's still a weird thing. Like, how much do you value a manager in Major League Baseball? Like, some teams you look at and you're like, how much does it matter because they've got all this talent? And other times you're like, it's clear. Like the Diamondbacks, Torey Lovullo earned every cent he made this year. Like, I've heard that dude speak many times throughout the season and then throughout the playoffs. Like, he's a really smart dude, and I know there are very few people that could have got that team to do what they did to make it to the World Series. He earned a 3-year extension, and like, hats off to him. Like, that's what you do. But like other teams, you look at it and you're like, do they need like a manager? Like, I don't know. And then you look at the Padres. Nobody can figure out why, with a really good manager and fucking Bob Melvin, couldn't fucking win with a bunch of superstars. Like, so who fucking knows? Like, baseball's really random.
Are you ready? Most of you are probably gonna hate this. So on fantasy football, right? On draft day, you can't win the league, but you could definitely lose it. A great manager won't win you the league, but a shitty one will definitely lose it for you.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
Man, bro, I went crazy.
Bars.
Boom.
As he punctuates the point with the Dorito. Just like, listen,
Bars.
getting
Dorito.
fucking facts right here. Here's
Bro,
a Dorito. To show you how
He
serious
hit
I am.
bars with the Dorito chaser.
Bro, I cooked.
I cooked.
That was on some
Doritos.
like on some grandpa shit. Like that was crazy.
Oh my god.
A shitty manager will lose you the league, but a good one won't win you one.
The crazy thing is Craig Counsell, this whole hiring was like done in the shadows. Like there was rumors of Counsell potentially going to the Mets. The Mets ended up not signing Counsell. Either he bailed on them or they didn't think he was the right fit. I have a feeling he bailed because it's the goddamn Mets. But he went to the Cubs. David Ross fired, and then Counsell announced as the manager immediately. So it was like a very bizarre timing situation thing. But then, guys, he has now made no friends in Milwaukee, Craig Counsell, and Gabe rightfully pointing out, former Domer. That's why I love Craig Counsell, because he is a Notre Dame guy. Also, I love the memory of him
Craig's got
scoring
my support
in that Arizona World Series when he was on second base and scored when Arizona won that World Series. Anyways, Craig Counsell, but also great batting stance. Craig Counsell had a fantastic batting stance, Scott.
Wait
Do you
a minute.
remember his
I
stance?
think, yeah, of course I remember Craig Counsell's stance. It was one of those stances that you're like, you could never quite figure out how he actually had any success using it. Like,
like a Barbosa 3.
It was, yeah, it was very much like that. We were just like, he has no business being able to get the bat to the ball, but yet he does it, and he's not terrible at it. But you said that about him being the winning run in Arizona thing, and that I don't remember because I was celebrating so much with Luis Gonzalez. Wasn't paying attention to who scored. But isn't Craig Counsell the one that scored for the fucking Marlins when they won their World Series in '97 too? Like,
oh, he might have.
Like Edgar Renteria hit up the middle, but I'm like, wasn't Craig Counsell the one who scored?
You're right. He may have been on that Marlins roster too.
Did that motherfucker score 2 World Series winning runs?
I'm gonna look into this.
Like you
and
Google it, and
out.
I'm gonna force this in here. That Sarah calling out Caesar saying her snacks are better than yours. Lavender and honey, sheep's cheese, and crackers with a chef's kiss to boot.
Bro, I make like $19 an hour.
Good.
I could just barely afford Doritos.
Goddamn inflation.
Yeah.
Have you tried the generic
Sarah,
brand though?
Oh, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you're ever in the state of Texas, while I don't like their management, but the HEB Doritos and the HEB Cheetos, they're like $4 cheaper. Fire.
Private label's the way to go, man.
Fire.
Kirkland was ahead
fire,
of its
fire.
time, but
Oh my god, Kirkland, stupid, but in the best way.
yes.
It goes so crazy. I'm a big cheese and crackers guy too. The Laughing Cow with some pita chips, or the fucking like little bagel circle thingies. They're like little circle breads. Those bitches go crazy too.
Scott,
yes.
This was the second World Series in a 5-year span, 97 2001, to end with a game-winning RBI single. Edgar Renteria hit the game winner in the 97 series, while Luis Gonzalez hit it in the Arizona series, with Craig Counsell being on the base pass for each. Craig Counsell, Craig motherfucking Counsell, baby.
I fucking, like, when you said that he was for Arizona, like I said, I do not remember him being the one to score that, but I vividly remember that winning run against the Indians for the Marlins with him running down the third baseline with his hands up as Edgar Renteria smacked it up the middle. Like, oh, that's wild.
That is wild. That's absolutely crazy.
I wonder how that talked more about in his career. Like,
and not only that,
that's not brought up at all.
2 expansion teams. He
Yeah.
got the game winner for 2 expansion teams for their first World Series. That's crazy. Anyways, Craig Counsell, no friends in Milwaukee left because there is a Little League park named the Craig Counsell Park, and it's the home to a Little League team. And after the news broke, somebody broke in and vandalized the park by just spray painting ass over Craig Counsell Park.
It's such a simple burn.
That's when he was so pissed off. He didn't even bother crossing out, and he just put ass.
That's fantastic.
It's somebody standing there with a can of Miller in one hand and a can of spray paint in the other, just like, this ass.
You know
Fuck
what?
this guy.
Not even like, fuck you, Craig Counsell. Just you're so mad. All you can
Ass.
come up with is ass. I got him. I showed him.
More Craig Counsell Park, more like ass park. Yeah, take that, Craig. Got him.
Home of Whitefish Bay Little League.
If you have a jersey, if you have a jersey, Whitefish Bay, those colors kind of hard. Send that shit to me.
Can we get this on like a shirt? Can we make a shirt that has ass spray painted over Craig Counsell Park and then home of Whitefish Bay Little League? Because that shirt would go hard as hell, man. Just ass park, home of Whitefish Bay Little League.
Ass park.
Matt Barr saying Tom Izzo was 73 at home in November until last night. He's now 73 and JMU.
I hope Matt Barr has the amount of like JMU merch as Scott has Braves merch and I have UT merch.
He went to JMU. He's allowed.
That's what I'm saying. I hope he has
allowed
that
to
same amount of merch because
Yes,
dude,
he does.
I have so many like pieces of UT merch. It's ridiculous. I am a cult member. I'm sure this Scott is the same way with the Braves.
Oh, dude,
Isn't that just called
I
being
got a
a
couple
fan?
more.
I am a lover, not a fan. Like,
Yeah, I got a
am
couple more pieces
irrational.
in the day, like clothing wise, and I was like, I think it's weird that I can like wear. I could go like 4 or 5 days wearing nothing but Braves clothing, like from top head to toe.
I can be like a member of the equipment staff with UT merch.
Yeah. And every time I'm a sucker too, because every time I see official MLB, whatever, I'm like, oh shit. I mean, I gotta have it, right? Like they wear it.
Dude, it doesn't have to be
like,
official.
fuck.
I'll get a fucking Instagram advertisement and I'm like, fuck. Orange has got
Okay,
a
wait,
horn.
you got problems.
Fuck.
Caesar sees it. It's burnt orange. He's got to have it. Doesn't
It's
matter
burnt
what
orange
it
with
is.
a longhorn on there, and it says Texas with like some cool Western font.
No.
Like
Those
in
are
a Clint
too
Eastwood
too-
movie.
Too many
I'd be-
qualifications.
No,
like, he's
bro,
just like,
no,
I saw a cup today. It was burnt orange. I had to have it. Like it didn't say shit about
pointing
Texas.
out it's only a cult if you go to a party and drink the
Dude.
Okay,
What if you bring
we
your
are
own?
we are officially in overtime. I didn't realize how far over we were. So let's do real quick. We'll do last call type stuff here. Scott, the Guardians have a new manager. They've replaced Tito Francona and his several years and hundreds of wins. What do you make of the Guardians' new coach?
Yeah, extra random. Extra fucking random. Like all of the managerial hires in general, like were extra fucking random. Like none of them made sense.
I don't understand how he goes from playing 2 years ago to being a bench coach to being a manager. Like that's a crazy turnaround time.
Well,
It's
it's the same thing we discussed where it's just like, does it even matter anymore? Like if you can just like, oh, hey, I was playing like 2 years ago, like now I'm your manager. Like that's weird, right? I don't know. Like it seems to be the thing though. Like you look around, there's like half the league is guys we grew up watching and like retire. Like they're not even that much older than us in some cases.
God,
like
he's younger than me. So let's do
Yeah,
this. Hang on, let's do
like
this.
Rocco
Mookie,
Baldelli, like same thing
Mookie.
with him.
Name the Guardians' new manager.
Oh, he
Terry
could guess for
Francona.
he could guess for
No,
2
that's
days.
their
and not
old
come up with
manager.
a name. Yeah, no.
Tom
Can you
Izzo.
name the new manager?
Vagat.
No, of course not.
His
I
name
didn't
is
know the World
Vagat.
Series was over.
Vagat. Caesar Googles and comes in with Vagat.
No, I didn't Google. On God, on Ja Morant. I didn't Google.
You're swearing on Ja Morant?
We're
Why would-
calling
why would
him
that be the way you
Vagat
go?
from now on.
It's Vagat, right?
Got- his
Vagat?
birthday is November 1st, 1984. He's 3 months.
Damn, he's a young motherfucker.
He's younger than I am, and he's a manager in the MLB now. That's fucking
Oh, wait, but speaking of young coaches, shout out to North Carolina's women's field hockey team. Their
23
coach,
years old.
She
23.
graduated last year. Their head coach this year. 5 national championships in a row.
Why doesn't she just go work for FedEx? What is she doing coaching?
No. Her dad didn't found the fucking company.
I'm just asking questions.
All right.
Man.
I hate Arthur Smith so fucking much, that sack of shit.
We're
you
in last
fucking
call.
marshmallow, you fucking jelly bean.
Mookie, this is for you. About 30 seconds. Give us all your FC Cincinnati love.
Red Bulls. My favorite part about it is when they played in Cincy, we were giving them the business, and one of their shithead players gave us the little like chirp like this sign. So obviously rode his ass the rest of the game. He's the cocksucker that hit it off the wood when he could have won it. He could have won the game and sent it to game 3. Motherfucker hit it off the post and they lost like a bunch of bitches. Bunch of fucking bitches. They could eat a dick.
Did you hear the story about Miazga?
Yeah, Miazga is a goddamn tool. He needs to
hang on. So for those of you that don't know, there was a story that came out where the officials said that a player was trying to get into the referee's locker room. He was being belligerent. And he had to be pulled away by security. And that they tweeted out like, hey, you need to look into this, MLS. Nobody's safety should be at risk at the game, including the referees. And then the story came out that it was Miazga, and people were like, man, he got that second yellow card during the PKs. Like, he was heated over that yellow card. That was the second yellow card. Like, he was probably pissed off, and he could have gone after the refs. But then more details came out, and it said that it was a member of the FC Cincinnati comms team that just, like, pulled him away because he was yelling at the locker room. He wasn't trying to barge in. He wasn't threatening anybody. He was just pissed off and yelling. And a member of the FC Cincinnati comms team like pulled him away and pulled him into the FCC locker room. That's totally different than him like barging in the door and trying to fight a referee, Mookie. So now this story comes out and makes him look terrible when in reality he was just pissed off and yelling that he got a yellow card for some bullshit because he gave heart hands after hitting the PK.
Listen. He didn't need to give heart hands for like 5 fucking minutes. Like he could have walked away.
Fuck New York.
Fuck New York, but he really could have walked it back a little bit earlier. He should know better. He is the heart and soul of that defense, and to have gotten that second yellow basically in the death of the match in the 97th minute, to then get a second one right there in penalties, like, dude, you got to be bigger than that. Because not only is he now suspended, but Hagelin's actually out for maybe even the start of next year because he ripped his hamstring in 2. So we're down to fucking Mascara and Murphy. And then we're going to either have to stick Powell's bitch ass back there and hope for something bad did not happen. It's going to. Or, like,
not great,
be better, dude. Like, you got to be better than that. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. Because here's the thing. He didn't even win it at that point. Like, he made his penalty to keep it moving. Like, you didn't need to make it about you at that point. Be a team player.
Caesar, go ahead.
As much as I see you and love to see you guys happy about your local soccer team doing great, Matt Miazga is a fucking bitch. And he's got no ice in his fucking veins. That motherfucker chokes at every fucking moment of his career. U.S. men's national team, dog shit, water, misses penalty, trash as fuck. FC Cincinnati gets fouls and does all the stupid shit all the fucking time. I love you boys. I do. I really do. I genuinely do. And I hope your team wins the whole thing. But that guy can go eat a bag of dicks.
Scott, what do you think of Matt Miazga real quick?
He's a fucking bitch. Yup. Stamp of minority's approval. He's a bitch.
Scott, what were you drinking? Would you bang it?
Tonight it was a dessert series. Move on from the pumpkin. Sonder Kings Island Strawberry Funnel Cake Ale. 4.5% is the only thing bringing it down, but way too hot for me. If she told me she'd bang me, I'm bragging to everybody about it. Easy.
Mookie, what were you drinking? Would you bang it?
Guinness Zero, always going to get down with that shit. You know what time it is. And Sarah, the Wings will play at Avicii Stadium early in the day.
Caesar, what were you drinking? What were you drinking? Would you bang it?
I was drinking Independence Brewing Company's Oklahoma Sucks. Why? Because they fucking suck. Fucking
it is
9:44
p.m.
water.
Oklahoma still sucks.
Yep, it is 8:44 p.m. in Laredo, Texas Central Time, and once and forever and always, Oklahoma fucking sucks. And
It's always
also,
time to suck dick.
yeah, it's always
It's always time to suck dick. I
can't believe I said that shit.
Great Lakes Cookie Exchange Milk Stout. I don't even get a chance to bang this one because it's ignoring me the whole time. This is the supermodel at the bar that's in VIP service that I don't even get to go into. Fellas, great night. What a great night. Also, Mookie, Zoo Levy easily passing.
Zoo Levy passed. Still can't figure out about the library.
The library is also passing very heavily.
All right, cool.
It hasn't been.
Sounds like Ohio really fucking came through tonight. What a weird turn of events.
Also, Mike, it'd
that's
only take
crazy for next
140 votes for you to be mayor of Norwood.
There were no votes cast for him. So yeah, would take more if he was actually running against somebody. What a great show tonight. What a great night for Ohio. What a great night for women. What a great night for podcasts. All around.
Shout out women.
Very exciting.
My mom's a woman.
Also, really great night for women potheads. Like that subset is feeling great tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We had a blast. I hope you did as well. Sorry we didn't have any Germans shaving their head on the stream tonight. Maybe next week. Be sure to follow the show at Craft Sports on Instagram and Twitter. Join the Facebook group because it's tons of fun in there. All the people you see commenting are in there. Mostly talking about Michigan, but it's fine. You can get through that, wade through it, find funny stuff. Be sure to subscribe, rate, review wherever you get your podcast. It helps us out more than you know. Shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Tons of great content there. Belly Up Sports Media Network. Go sub, rate, and review to all of those podcasts as well. We will see you guys next week for High Craft Fruit Sports. Cheers, everybody.
The good news is if you've got a problem with issues 1 and 2 passing, you can take your white ass back to Africa! Suck it!
Your body, your choice.
Siki, oi, oi, oi.
Feel like poop right now.